Hello, my group. Okay, I wanted to jump on. I hope it's not too loud. My nose. I'm sitting outside. Just went for a walk with Bailey, and he's kind of over there. And I am just, before we get in the car, I wanted to do a video because I get these, when people join my group, they let me know what symptoms they're dealing with. And so what I wanted to do was like kind of say, where do you start? Like for somebody who's like experiencing, it was insomnia, fatigue, weight gain, sore muscles, I forget the other things. Somebody had like a lot of the symptoms, right? Which you can get. And remember, you're all different. It might be too noisy, so I'm going to go in my car. Everybody is different, right? Every person is so different. And so when you can experience certain symptoms at one time and then all of a sudden the other symptoms begin to kick in, or you just get over one symptom and you start getting other symptoms. So that is kind of usually the way it does go during this phase of life. But where do you start? What is the best place to start when you're experiencing these symptoms? My dog's way over there. Shut. In the parking lot. You start with the food. You start with the food. Yeah, you start with the food. And what I find is pretty much 99.9% of the women who phone me or have a session with me or come into my groups are not doing the right thing with the food. Even though they may think they are, you're not. Because it's not about healthy foods. Like, it's not just about this food is healthy, it should be fine. No, unfortunately, there's different foods during this phase of life that just don't work. And of course, every body is different too. So I don't also say you need to be a certain diet. There is no specific diet. So a couple of things I need to stress. You need to start with the food for sure, and the stress reduction, and looking at your life, kind of like, okay, so if I'm feeling all these terrible symptoms and I'm not feeling, don't go to the doctor and start with hormones. That's not the place to start. Going to tell you right now. Please don't start with hormones. And on that Menopause Summit, for anybody who attended, you had lots of specialists in this phase of life. None of them, all of them agreed, you do not start with hormones. You start with your nutrition, your food, decreasing stress, and then of course there's also certain supplements that you can take, right? Because hormones it's not about the hormones. There's a reason why you're so out of balance. And if you just start taking the hormones, you're not fixing the inside of you. Your body's still not getting the nutrition it needs. It may be getting the wrong kind of nutrition, right? You will continue, the hormones will not help with weight gain. You will continue to gain weight. If anything, the hormones will cause weight gain. Most of the hormones the doctors give you, they will cause weight gain, bloating, water retention, puffiness, all of that, right? But even bioidentical hormones, they're not going to really help with the weight. You need to kind of start with the food. So what I wanted to say is you start with the food. You start with like thinking, am I in this continuous stress state? Am I running around too much? Am I trying to live life too crazy? Am I trying to still do all the things I used to do? Saying yes to everybody else, putting myself last, kind of those types of things. That's really important to look at, because in this phase, you need to change things because you are changing. So the symptoms you have, the severity of the symptoms let you know how out of balance you are. Okay? And another thing I get a lot of is low sex drive or low libido. Women talking about that. Yes, that happens. That signals that your hormones, certain hormones, are low. Probably estrogen. So when you have all of a sudden this real low dip in your hormones, well, it could be the estrogen or it could be your adrenal glands that are very tired, and that's because of too much stress, right? And not getting enough rest, relaxation, recovery, rejuvenation yourself. So not taking better care of yourself, right? And could be nutrition. That all can contribute to low libido. But a lot of it is when your estrogen really starts to plummet. So some people are like, oh, well, can I take testosterone or growth hormone, which is known to give you more sex drive? But the thing is, if you just take testosterone, what's going to happen? Then you're going to have more testosterone than estrogen. And what happens then is then you might start growing the facial hair. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Or start losing your hair, right? So you can't, please don't start with the hormones. And again, don't go to a regular doctor. Go to a regular doctor to get tests to see if you're healthy. But I would not ask a regular doctor about hormones or antidepressants. Like, they're going to give you antidepressants and synthetic hormones, which are only going to make things worse for you. So you don't want to be on those. Now, if you are on synthetic hormones now, the panelists, the experts on hormones through this Menopause Summit, what they said, confirming what I believe, when you try to get off them, they're going to throw you into a huge, way worse feeling. You'll feel extremely emotional. It just throws you off completely, and you feel so much worse. So then you end up going back on them, right? Thinking, oh my God, it's so terrible if I'm not on them. But really, because they're synthetic, they have taken over your body. They're like a drug. So when you try to go off them, the withdrawal symptoms, your body doesn't know what to do without them. It has to balance itself. It has to take time, right? So if you're on synthetic hormones that your doctor gave you, something called HRT replacement, not bioidentical, then there's ways you can get off them, but you have to really be careful with that, okay? And same with if you're on the birth control, because that can throw you into a complete mess when you are in perimenopause. But the thing to start with is always food. Now, I have an amazing program that I haven't offered for a while, and it is called the Where to Start program. And it is exactly where to start in this phase of life. What to do, where to start, the types of foods, the recipes, the guidance, and I do it with you. Like, we have a Facebook group, and then you get some live Facebooks, you get Facebook Lives where I coach you, I help you, everybody in the group. And you get all the information sent to you through emails as well. You will have web pages with all this information on, so you can access it at any time. This is the exact program to start. So this is for for people who are beginning this phase, or in postmenopause and menopause who have not worked with me before. This is the program to attend, the Where to Start program. And I'm going to be putting up more information on it. But if you are like, okay, that sounds great, that's me, and you want to contact me and have a call, no charge, free of charge, to see more about this program, and if it is something that can help you, feel free to reach out to me, because I will speak to you, okay? And I never force anybody to take a program with me, because that doesn't work for either of us, right? So if you feel like, oh my God, I don't know if that's something I should do, maybe I should do that, maybe one-on-one coaching, or maybe I need to go see a specialist first, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help you, and I will speak with you, okay? Have an absolutely amazing evening, ladies, and let me know your thoughts, let me know where you are, and let me know your questions about what you are going through in the comments below. That helps me to know what videos to do next. And also make sure to say hello, give me a like, give me a love. Therefore, Facebook and YouTube knows you do want to see my videos, and it really helps to spread my message. All right. Thank you so much. Have an amazing night. Bye.